Announcing the arrival of Her Excellency Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor, wife of the Prime Minister of Malaysia and patron of the International Seminar on Autism 2014, accompanied by Her Excellencies First Ladies of Kyrgyz Republic, Republic of Albania, and Kingdom of Morocco, and Honorable Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim, Minister of Women, Family and Community Development. A very good evening, a very warm welcome to the closing ceremony of the International Seminar on Autism 2014. The inaugural seminar has been a fruitful event to inculcate awareness and educate participants across the nation that has attended this 2 days event. Indeed, this international seminar has paved the way for much more work and awareness to be conducted by the relevant parties to ensure that the realization sets in that autism is not a tragedy, ignorance is. I would like to invite Her Excellency Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor and Honorable Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim to their seats on the stage. Her Excellency Datin Sri Rosmah Mansor, wife of the Prime Minister of Malaysia and patron of the International Seminar on Autism 2014, Her Excellencies First Ladies of the Kyrgyz Republic, Republic of Albania, and the Kingdom of Morocco, distinguished guests, distinguished speakers, delegates, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Again, a very good evening and a very warm welcome. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next agenda of the closing ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to invite the patron of the International Seminar on Autism 2014, Her Excellency Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor, to say a few words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. and a very good afternoon to all of you. Yang Muhammad Datuk Rohani Abdul Karim, Minister for Women, Family and Community Development, our special guest this afternoon, Excellencies, First Ladies from Kyrgyz Republic, Republic of Albania, and Kingdom of Morocco, Yang Bahagia Puan Sri Datuk Sri Nuraini Abdul Rahman, wife of Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia, members of Bhakti and other NGOs, Excellencies, High Commissioners, Ambassadors and wives, distinguished delegates and speakers, honored guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy this afternoon to see that the hall is still quite full, not as full as when the Prime Minister was doing his opening, but nevertheless, I'm very happy to see most of the participants and also locally as well as from overseas are here this afternoon. And I also would like to tell you that I'm extremely happy this afternoon because I can take this rostrum. And the minister was complaining and said she has got to go and use that rostrum. And I said, okay, you can use this rostrum. It's okay. Yesterday in my keynote address, I urged everyone to maximize the opportunities in sharing experiences, exchanging ideas, fostering closer relationships, and creating new partnerships during this seminar. Together, we can explore innovative possibilities in dealing with the challenging and complex issues on autism. As Maya Angelou says, when you know better, you do better. And also, knowledge is power. It is my belief that this seminar has achieved its objectives. It is timely for us to reflect on what we have learned, make some explicit conclusions, and decide on how we can best move forward. From the presentations of the Excellencies, First Ladies, much has already been done by the governments and non-governmental sectors, as well as parents, to provide care and services for those living with autism. However, as acknowledged by the Excellency First Ladies, much more can be done by government and society at large to create a better awareness and provide specialized services in health, education, and family support. Collaborating with non-governmental sectors and parents should be encouraged. There is also an urgent need for training of the relevant and necessary personnel, as well as review or enact legislation to protect the rights of the child with autism. And as the Prime Minister had said yesterday, it is definitely a tragedy when we ignore the rights of every child to be successful. All this require multidisciplinary input. The First Ladies recognize that the challenge is for the government to initiate interministerial dialogues. They are also essential for comprehensive care. It needs strong will and commitment to overcome silo mentality. Yesterday, we heard the will and commitment of the Excellency First Ladies, and we have also heard the results of their efforts. As the saying goes, these Excellencies First Ladies can literally move mountains. And I do believe involving them is an important strategy we must not ignore, lest ignorance becomes a tragedy. Excellencies, First Ladies, I truly thank all of you, not only for your presence, but more so and most importantly, for your magnificent and precious contribution to this seminar. Equally illuminating is a presentation on the epidemiology of autism spectrum disorder. As I had said yesterday, the low prevalence rate in many countries, including Malaysia, is probably due to the lack of standardized and consistent methodology and instruments. The methodology used in South Korea, appears to produce results that are comparable to CDC and other Western data. I think there are many good practices that we can adopt and be guided by the South Korean study. The gathering of data by screening, followed by actual diagnosis of the children, are better than just inspecting records. They also established community partnership with the Board of Education and City Hall of the city in which the study was done. Parents and teachers were heavily engaged. The engagement remains healthy, beneficial, and sustainable long after the completion of the study. Thus, an epidemiological study has become part of public health awareness campaign as parents fill out the screening data. This is a good example of how a well-designed study with more advanced and validated techniques will not only yield reliable data on the occurrence of autism, but also formulate strategies and programs on how to increase public awareness. We hope the researchers will share their methodology with Malaysia as well as other countries. I believe that research and development, or R&D, are important in any endeavor to make our work evidence-based. The top 10 advances in autism research for 2013 delivered concrete advances in the prevention, diagnosis, and personalized treatment of autism, as well as associated medical conditions. Extensive research on the genetic base of ASD have given opportunities for finding disease-causing variants and mutations, both de novo and heritable. The potential of the finding biomarkers of autism is promising and exciting. The Permata Specialist Children's Hospital and its associated medical molecular biology Research Institute at the National University of Malaysia have the next generation sequencing platforms. I hope we can forge research collaboration with international partners. Our researchers had informed me that it is a good way of sharing data across different populations and ethnic groups, which will make our understanding on autism much better. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and this morning we were updated on the diagnosis of ASD using the new DSM-5 criteria. The implications for training to upgrade the knowledge and skills for early diagnosis are huge. There's also the urgent need to develop new programs, modify existing curriculum, as well as increase the number of personnel trained in the related areas such as child psychology. And with regards to early intervention strategies in autism, behavioral patterns need to be the target of treatment. Since communication is the foundation of social, cognitive, and language development, we must pay attention to this core deficit early, particularly in the minimally verbal children. Often these children are not welcome in the normal school setting or cannot go to school at all. Thus, these children are tragically delayed if they have no access to interventions and knowledgeable professionals. Some techniques involving joint attention and symbolic play were shared, including coaching for parents as well as teachers. Teachers need to be motivated to include all children in their classrooms and to arm them with effective strategies. We need to change our mindset and believe that changes are always impossible and never to give up hope. Many other topics have been covered in the panel and concurrent sessions, and I'm informed that many participants are in a dilemma because they wanted to attend all sessions but have to choose only one. It's not an easy choice for them. We have taken the steps, it's because of this, we have taken the step of putting all presentations of the seminar in the website. Please visit it, and I am sure the speakers will be very happy to receive further inquiries from all of you. I hope that this seminar has successfully advanced our knowledge on autism. I hope it has also swept away misconceptions and misinformation on autism. People just love to create their own theories. And I would like to stress that we should only act on evidence. Clap, Malaysians. Sounds familiar, isn't it? As we uncover one discovery, another comes along. And this shows how fast knowledge grows, but it is just not about acquiring knowledge. As Goethe said, it is not enough to have knowledge, one must also apply. It is not enough to have wishes, one must also accomplish. It is true that we acquire knowledge, but do not practice it. It is like plowing a field, but not sowing it. Your dream must be translated into reality, no matter how impossible it may be. As far as we are concerned, we don't believe in impossible dreams. No, you don't get the joke. Okay. You know that song, Impossible Dream? No, you're all too young. I mean, that song was during that disaster time. And I hope all of you will return home armed with knowledge and have the will to apply them for the good of our children with autism. To paraphrase the lyrics of a popular song, let us light up their lives. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, okay, clap. I know you like songs. It gives me a chance to rest as well. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank Yang Berhormat Datuk Rohani Abdul Karim, the Minister of Women, Family and Community Development, for the unwavering support and assistance and for taking the time off to officiate the closing of this conference. The National Permata Kurnia Center looks forward to working closely with the Ministry to make the Permata Kurnia Center as a center of excellence as envisioned by the Prime Minister himself. As a center of excellence, we will bring on board other relevant ministries to develop a national plan for autism. As the First Lady, I have opened the door. The wheels have been set in motion, and as I quoted Confucius yesterday, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I thank all of you for participating in this seminar. In the beginning, I must tell you, I must be very, very honest. We were quite uncertain and even worried about the attendance, even though the online response was very good. Our worry was unwarranted. Not only was the response and attendance overwhelming, they remained enthusiastic until the end, like all of you. You all deserve a round of applause for yourself. I understand that there are parent support groups at this seminar. I congratulate all of you for your own initiative in helping each other. Support groups are very important in the care of children with autism. We are privileged to have heard from distinguished speakers, renowned experts, and panelists who have enriched our knowledge on autism. To Permata, UKM, and members of the organizing committee, I would like to congratulate you for the excellent planning and logistics. To all the parents, teachers, caregivers, social workers, and volunteers, students, I hope this seminar has provided all of you with the answers you have been looking for and understanding autism much better. To our international guests, thank you for participating, and please keep in touch with each other. Do take some time to see our country and have a safe journey home. Don't forget to go shopping as well. improve our economy. This seminar has definitely given me renewed hope and optimism for a brighter future for people living with autism. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Her Excellency Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite the Minister of Women, Family and Community Development, the Honorable Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim, to deliver her closing remarks.
I'm so honored because you said we share the same rostrum. Terima kasih kepada saudari pengerusi majlis. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam satu Malaysia. Malaysian tagline. We cannot miss that. Kepada yang amat berbahagia, Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor, the First Lady of Malaysia, the Patron of Permata and Patron of the International Seminar on Autism Malaysia 2014, Her Excellencies, First Ladies from the Republic of Sudan is not here, on the way. Kyrgyz Republic, Republic of Albania, and Kingdom of Morocco. She came right in time. Syukur Alhamdulillah. I happen to be her LO. we wait sekejap. We give a little bit of time. Welcome, Your Excellency, the First Lady from the Republic of Sudan. Yang amat berbahagia Puan Sri Datuk Sri Noraini binti Haji Abdul Rahman, wife of the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia, representative of the First Ladies of Myanmar, Bangladesh, Uzbekistan, China, Singapore, Namibia and Tanzania, members of Bhakti and NGOs, Excellencies, High Commissioners, Ambassadors and wives, distinguished delegates and also speakers, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Alhamdulillah, all praises be to Allah, by whose grace and blessings we are gathered here today at the closing of the International Seminar on Autism Malaysia 2014. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here witnessing the vibrant faces of the seminar participants, which I dare say is evidence that the seminar has been such a success. Sekali lagi, maybe you give yourself a very good clap. Thank you. It is a great pleasure for Malaysia to host this seminar as it serves as an excellent platform for all of us to exchange information, ideas, and best practices on current development and issues pertaining to autism. The seminar has also provided an opportunity for productive engagement of international learning and to set the stage for strengthening cooperation and collaboration through the participation of various government agencies, non-governmental organizations, corporate sector, and the academia from different parts of the globe. This seminar would not have been possible. Maybe you can see a picture of yourself on the screen. Without the utmost dedication and passion of Yang Amat Berbahagia Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor, the First Lady of Malaysia and the patron of Permata. We are really blessed to have such a committed and caring First Lady who is willing to go the extra mile towards championing the betterment of children and persons with autism. I think last night, whoever have been at the dinner, you can see the product of what she has done. You see, so beautiful, yeah? And sometimes it brings tears to your eyes to see such achievement. Now, in this regard, the establishment of Permata Kurnia, a dedicated center for autism and autism spectrum disorder, ASD, in Kuala Lumpur, which will be fully operational in May 2015, is indeed the culmination of the tireless efforts of Yang Amat Berbahagia Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor. Yesterday, we were elated that the Honorable Prime Minister, Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak, has announced the establishment of Permata Kurnia as a National Center of Excellence for Autism. Alhamdulillah. This announcement will certainly motivate all of us to further provide quality services for those with autism. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful for the presence of the Excellencies First Ladies from the Republic of Sudan, Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, Kyrgyz Republic, Republic of Albania, and the Kingdom of Morocco. The participation of these First Ladies reflect their continuous commitment to issues pertaining to the betterment of children and persons with autism. Therefore, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Your Excellencies, the First Ladies. You have done such an excellent job of sharing your experiences from your country. And it is also such a good experience for us to learn from one another. Now, the First Ladies touch on initiatives to eradicate social stigma towards persons with autism and ASD through advocacy, early intervention and detection services, rehabilitation, as well as providing good education and quality healthcare services. These are the necessary ingredients for the overall well-being for persons with autism and ASD, thus integrating them into the society. I was informed that this seminar received an overwhelming response from participants, both locally and overseas. A total of about 1,800 people have participated in this seminar, Alhamdulillah, with around 170 from overseas. I must say that I'm deeply touched to see so many eminent persons from Malaysia and abroad representing various organizations involved in the field of autism. Your presence is particularly meaningful to enhance the service delivery and strengthen the support system for persons with autism and ASD. The theme of this seminar, Autism is not a tragedy, ignorance is, speaks the reality that we are facing now. Society's ignorance would cause persons with autism and ASD being left behind. Therefore, public's level of awareness and openness on autism and ASD should also be increased. Now, during my working visit to the United Nations in New York last month, I had the opportunity to visit Autism Speaks. I was very impressed with their outstanding research and development efforts, as well as advocacy and awareness programs in the area of autism and ASD. One of the programs that caught my attention during the discussion with Dr. Andy Sheikh, and he happens to be my partner last night on the joget. I think we'll do more next time. He did it so well. Was it your first time? First time. Oh, you did it so well. And he's the Vice President of Scientific Affairs, was the Light It Up Blue. I think you see on the screen afterwards. Light It Up Blue campaign to generate global autism awareness. Many prominent buildings and landmarks around the world are lighted up in blue on 2nd April every year in conjunction with the World Autism Awareness Day. It looks so beautiful, right? Now, taking the cue from this, the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development has taken the initiative to light up the ministry's building in blue last night before the dinner. And inshallah, this will continue for the next week. And in addition, the Putrajaya, so that's the building in blue, yeah. In addition, the Putrajaya International Convention Center was also lighted up in blue, as shown on the screen. And even during the official dinner last night, certain locations at the Honorable Prime Minister's residence were also lighted up in blue. Thank you, Yang Amat Berbahagia. That is Sri. I hope this small effort will open a new chapter for increasing autism and ASD awareness in Malaysia. Together with the Prime Minister's Office and the Permata Division, the Ministry will initiate discussions to bring on board more prominent buildings in Malaysia to be lighted up in blue on 2nd April, inshallah, from next year. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development puts emphasis on data collection to ensure proper planning with regard to its target groups, including persons with disabilities and autism. As such, the Ministry, through the Department of Social Welfare, has developed an integrated information system called SMOKU to register persons with disabilities. Now, currently, a total of 277,272 persons with disabilities are registered under SMOKU, which includes 7 categories of disabilities, namely the physical, the hearing, visual, mental, speech, learning disabilities, and multiple disabilities. From this figure, a total of 101,663 persons are registered under the category of learning disabilities, which represents 36.7% of the total registered persons with disabilities. Now, out of this total, 8,493 of them are persons or children with autism and ASD. Now, this represents 8.4% of persons with disabilities under the learning disabilities category, or 3% of the total number of persons with disabilities registered under the SMOKU. Now, the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development will continue to intensify its efforts to encourage more families to register their family members who are persons with disabilities, including autism and ASD. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, realizing that early intervention true preschool and childcare services are imperative to ensure children with disabilities receive proper care while nurturing and fostering positive mental development. The government has implemented a pilot project known as TASCA OKU, childcare centers for 6 categories of children with disabilities, including autism. In this regard, TASCA OKU Autism or Child Care Center for Autism was set up in Sibu, Sarawak. Currently, the center, which came into operation on the 2nd January 2014, accommodates 15 children with autism and ASD. Now, this childcare center is operated by an NGO that has vast experience in early childhood care and education for children with autism. Now, to support this noble cause, the government has allocated 3 million ringgit under the 2013 budget and another 1.4 million ringgit under the 2014 budget for operational and management costs for the 6 child care centers. The government plans to replicate these models if they are proven to be successful. Now, during my visit to Autism Speaks in March this year, it was brought to my attention that several countries have already formulated a plan of action on autism. An action plan is important to streamline and integrate efforts by various stakeholders to implement programs at the grassroots level in a more systematic and coordinated manner. As such, I believe it is timely for Malaysia to formulate a plan of action for autism and ASD. Another area that was discussed with Autism Speaks was the issue of surplus nursing graduates in Malaysia. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Autism Speaks and the readiness in developing training modules for nurses to retrain them to handle persons with autism and ASD. These nurses will then be able to provide services to families that demand professional care and services which presently are rather lacking and costly. Alhamdulillah. Therefore, I will discuss this matter further with the Minister of Health. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I would like to record my deepest appreciation and heartfelt thanks to Yang Amat Berbahagia, Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor, the First Lady of Malaysia and the patron of Permata, for her vision and leadership to organize this seminar, the first of its kind in Malaysia. Thank you. In addition, I would like to congratulate the Prime Minister's Office, Permata Division, the National University of Malaysia, UKM, and Autism Speaks in organizing such a fruitful seminar with the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development. My deepest appreciation is also extended to all the government agencies and NGOs that were involved in making this seminar a success. There are always 2 key ingredients in conducting a successful seminar: the hard work of the organizing committee and the active involvement of the participants. So congratulations to all of you. A huge thank you, and you have been so great, and certainly you made your voices heard. As for the international participants, I hope the seminar has been a fruitful experience for you, and I bid you a safe journey home, filled with warm memories of Malaysia. Since 2014 is the Visit Malaysia year, I would strongly suggest that you grab some opportunity to visit the many tourism attractions in Malaysia, as well as do some shopping, same thing. You know, I and First Lady, we give same advice because we also love shopping, you know. and bring home some souvenirs for your family and friends. And on that note, it is my greatest pleasure to declare this International Seminar on Autism Malaysia 2014 officially closed. Sekian, wabillahi taufik, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Honorable Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor to inform you that Permata Kurnia Jabatan Perdana Menteri is listed in the Malaysia Book of Records for organizing the largest participation in an international autism seminar with a total of 1,814 participants. I shall now invite Datuk Danny Uy, the founder and managing director of Malaysia Book of Records, to come on stage together with the Honorable Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim to witness the signing of certificate by Her Excellency Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor. Thank you, Datuk Danny. Congratulations to all. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the International Seminar on Autism 2014. We would like to thank our First Ladies, speakers, delegates, honored guests, and ladies and gentlemen for gracing us with their presence this evening. We truly hope you had enjoyed your stay in Malaysia and have a safe journey back. Once again, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, announcing the departure of Her Excellency Datin Paduka Sri Rosmah Mansor.